Glazers confirmed their preferred bidder for Manchester United takeover. The Glazers have reportedly identified their preferred bidder for Manchester United takeover. British billionaire and businessman Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Qatari banker Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al Thani have been the two main candidates for taking over the Premier League giants. It has been more than 6 months since the Glazers put the club up for sale, with 3 rounds of bidding having already taken place. But now the process has reportedly taken a significant step forward, and the American owners are expected to confirm the winning bid within days. According to The Sun, Ratcliffe is the Glazers' preferred bidder for the Manchester club. A successful takeover by Ineos Group would mean co-chairman Joel and Avram Glazer will remain at the club. However, rest of United's top brass, including chief executive Richard Arnold, is expected to leave under their ownership. Manchester United fans want to get rid of the Glazers, who have only taken money out of the club and have left them saddled with huge debts. The current Ineos Group chairman's plans to keep Joel and Avram at the club is likely to make the supporters very unhappy. Sheikh Jassim's ownership will not be without flaws too, but the Qatari banker wants a full takeover, leaving the Glazers with no role at the club. Not only that, he is also willing to make United debt-free and is ready to invest in the club's infrastructure. Manchester United secure contract agreement for fantastic £17 million star. Manchester United have reached an agreement with David De Gea over the terms of his next long-term contract at the club, claims The Telegraph's Mike McGrath. This comes amid criticism towards the Spanish goalkeeper for his blunder in the Red Devils' recent loss to West Ham United. It was reported last year that the Red Devils activated 1-year contract extensions for many more players, but not for De Gea, as they wanted him to sign a new deal with a reduced salary from his current rumored wages of over £350,000 a week. McGrath adds that his new deal will see him earn a lower basic salary and have more incentives for matches played and better performances. The terms have been agreed by De Gea and is only waiting to be signed off by the Red Devils officials. Amid his error-prone nature over the last few games, it's added by McGrath that De Gea has received a warning from the Red Devils that just because he's signing a new contract doesn't mean that he'll remain the undisputed number 1 for many years to come. What happened to the 8 players who left Manchester United when Erik ten Hag arrived? From the day he walked in the door, Erik ten Hag has gone about making big changes at Manchester United. Ten Hag had a massive job on his hands after inheriting a mess of a side that suffered its worst-ever Premier League finish in the previous campaign. The task started with a big summer clear-out, and here is how the first 8 players to leave under Ten Hag's reign have done this season. Paul Pogba. Things could not have gone much worse for Paul Pogba following his unceremonious departure. The midfielder's second United exit provoked less anguish than his first in 2012, as he once again swapped Manchester for Turin. However, his second stint at Juventus got off to a terrible start, as he suffered a serious meniscal injury in pre-season that saw him miss the rest of 2022, including the World Cup. He is now back fit but is yet to start a game and has made just 8 appearances. Juan Mata. It looked for a time that fan favorite Juan Mata may stay at the club for one final season. He remained in talks with the club upon the arrival of Ten Hag, but it was finally announced the Spanish maestro would depart in June. The wizened playmaker headed, as so many aging Premier League stars do, over to Turkey to sign for giants Galatasaray. Mata has played a bit-part role in Istanbul, starting just 4 of his 16 appearances, but has managed to bag 3 goals. Jesse Lingard. Following a nearly 2-decade association with United, Academy graduate Jesse Lingard finally said goodbye after 232 appearances and several crucial goals, leaving upon the expiration of his contract. Lingard was snapped up by Premier League newcomers Nottingham Forest, but the forward hasn't had much of an impact at the City ground. His only goals have come in the Carabao Cup, and he has only played an hour of Premier League football in 2023. Edinson Cavani. Given how the season has gone, United perhaps could have done with keeping a striker of Edinson Cavani's aptitude around, but a departure at the end of his contract was never really in doubt after a mostly absent final campaign. The veteran forward took his long career to Spain and signed for Valencia on a free, but things haven't gone to plan. Though Cavani has done reasonably well with 7 goals and 2 assists, Valencia have suffered a remarkable fall from grace and are still embroiled in a relegation battle. They currently only sit outside of the drop zone on goal difference. JURRIEN Timber names important factor that will decide his future amid United links. JURRIEN Timber has been heavily linked with a move away from Ajax this summer. The Netherlands international insists a club's pedigree to challenge for trophies will be an important factor behind his next decision. The 21-year-old seems to have no problem admitting that he is on the lookout for a new club, despite legendary defender Jaap Stam urging him to stay Ajax until the time is right to move on. Manchester United are among the Premier League clubs linked with Timber, after Erik ten Hag tried to bring him to Old Trafford last year. Timber admits he is yet to decide on where he will be playing his football next season, but has revealed the crucial factors that will decide his future. The fact of the matter is Timber has not been quiet about his intention to leave Ajax, not by any means. Timber is doing his utmost to put himself in the transfer window. Timber can also play at right back and as a defensive midfielder, so his versatility could be a real plus for the Reds. Manchester United considered signing Serie A star before opting for Marcel Sabitzer loan. Manchester United reportedly looked into the possibility of signing Fiorentina midfielder SOFYAN Amrabat in the January transfer window before opting to bring in Marcel Sabitzer on loan from Bayern Munich instead. This is according to Fabrizio Romano on his YouTube channel, as quoted in the Daily Briefing, with the Red Devils revealed to have been alongside Chelsea as suitors for Amrabat, though a deal for the Morocco international clearly wasn't possible as he ended up staying with Fiorentina. Romano now says Barcelona are making Amrabat one of their priorities as they look for a defensive midfielder this summer, with a replacement for the legendary Sergio Busquets certainly making sense as a priority for the Catalan Giants. Amrabat has shown in Serie A and also had an impressive World Cup with Morocco, helping them to an impressive run to the semi-finals of the tournament. Manchester United would surely have done well to bring in the 26-year-old, with the loan move for Sabitzer not looking like the most successful choice after a quiet spell at Old Trafford from the Austria international. It will be interesting to see if United come back in for Amrabat in the summer, or if Barca would be a more likely destination for him. Manchester United sends scouts to watch Kevin Danso. Despite Erik ten Hag's excellent work so far, it's clear that the Manchester United manager needs new players before he can take this squad to the next level. The Old Trafford club still have an ownership status that remains up in the air, with no information on a preferred bidder given. It's still going to take months before this process is close to being completed.